Taylor Swift's Eras Tour just shattered records, grossing nearly $2.1 billion. But what if I told you this tour is reshaping the entire music industry landscape?
Well, that's certainly an eye opening statement. How exactly is the Eras Tour having such a massive impact?
It's not just about the money, though, that's certainly impressive. This tour is redefining what's possible in live music entertainment. For starters, Swift performed for over 10 million people. That's more than the population of New York City. But beyond the numbers, it's the cultural impact that's truly staggering.
I can see that. The tour seems to have taken on a life of its own. What do you think sets it apart from other major tours we've seen in the past?
Well, it's the sheer scope of it. This isn't just a concert, it's a retrospective of Swift's entire career. She's taking fans on a journey through all her eras, from country sweetheart to pop icon to indie folk experimenter. It's like a musical time machine.
That's an interesting way to put it. And I suppose that approach really resonates with her fan base, doesn't it? They've essentially grown up with her music.
Exactly. And that's part of what makes Swift such a phenomenon. Her ability to evolve as an artist while maintaining and even growing her fan base is unprecedented. Remember, she started as a country singer back in 2006 with songs like Teardrops on My Guitar. Now she's dominating pop charts worldwide.
Oh, that brings back memories. It's quite the journey from country to pop to indie folk. Do you think this versatility is part of what's made the Eras Tour so successful?
Absolutely, it's like she's offering something for everyone. And let's not forget, Swift is known for her biographical songwriting. Fans feel a deep personal connection to her music because, in many ways, it tells their stories too.
That's a great point. And speaking of personal connections, I heard something interesting happened at her final Eras Tour show in Vancouver. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, you mean when the fans sang Happy Birthday to her? Yeah, that was a really touching moment. It just goes to show the bond she has with her audience. And Swift seemed genuinely moved by it. She gave this heartfelt speech thanking her fans for being part of what she called the most thrilling chapter of her life.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. It's clear she values her relationship with her fans, but I'm curious, how does she manage the pressure of such a massive tour? It must be incredibly demanding.
You're right, it is. And Swift has been pretty open about the challenges. She mentioned how difficult it was for her and her crew to build and take apart this massive stage in such short times between shows. And there was that incident with the canceled show in Vienna that really affected her.
Oh, what happened there?
Well, the show had to be canceled due to safety concerns, and Swift talked about feeling a new sense of fear after that, as well as tremendous guilt because so many people had planned to attend. It's a reminder that behind the glitz and glamour, there's a real person dealing with real emotions.
That's so true. It's easy to forget sometimes that performers are human too. But despite these challenges, Swift seems to be breaking records left and right. Didn't I hear something about her becoming a billionaire?
You heard right. Swift is now the first billionaire to have made her fortune primarily from music. But it's not just about the money. She's also been recognized for her artistic achievements. She's won 14 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, four times a record she shares with legends like Frank Sinatra and Stevie Wonder.
That's incredible. And didn't she also receive some kind of major recognition recently outside of music?
Oh, yeah, she was named Times Person of the Year for 2023, the first individual from the arts to receive that honor. It really underscores how Swift has become more than just a musician. She's a cultural force, an advocate for artists' rights, and a symbol of women's empowerment.
Speaking of artists' rights, wasn't there some controversy with her former record label? How has she handled that?
You're referring to the situation with Big Machine Records. Yeah, Swift made waves by deciding to re record her old albums to regain control of her masters. It's a move that's not only financially savvy, but also sends a powerful message about artists' rights in the industry.
Hmm, that's fascinating. It seems like she's really using her platform to challenge industry norms. How have her fans responded to this?
Oh, they've rallied behind her 100%. Each re recorded Taylor's version album has been a massive success. It's like, well, it's almost like her fans see it as a form of justice, you know? They're supporting her and reclaiming her art.
That's really powerful. It's clear her influence extends far beyond just her music. But let's circle back to the Eras Tour for a moment. What kind of economic impact has it had?
The economic impact has been huge. Cities hosting her concerts have reported significant boost to their local economies. We're talking fully booked hotels, packed restaurants, and even a surge in demand for friendship bracelets because of a trend started by Swifties.
Friendship bracelets? Now, that's unexpected. It really shows how her influence can create these ripple effects. What about the concert film? That seems like another smart move on her part.
Oh, absolutely. The concert film is brilliant because it allows more fans to experience the tour, especially those who couldn't get tickets to the live shows, and it's already broken records for ticket pre-sales. It's just another example of how Swift is redefining what's possible in the music industry.
It's clear she has a knack for innovation. As we wrap up, what do you think are the biggest takeaways from Swift's success with the Eras Tour?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that Swift has shown us the power of evolution and authenticity in music. She's constantly reinventing herself while staying true to her songwriting roots, and fans are here for it. The Eras Tour isn't just a concert series, it's a celebration of artistic growth and fan loyalty.
That's well said, and it seems like her impact will be felt in the industry for years to come.
Absolutely. As we look to the future, I think we'll see more artists trying to create immersive, career spanning experiences like the Eras Tour. But Swift's combination of musical talent, business savvy, and genuine connection with fans is truly unique. She's not just setting records, she's setting a new standard for what it means to be a global superstar in the modern age.
Fascinating stuff. Well, that brings us to the end of our discussion on Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour. Thanks for tuning in to Gen FM, where we dive deep into the stories shaping our culture.
And remember, in the words of Taylor herself, we are never, ever, ever getting back together until our next episode, that is. Stay tuned, listeners.